Hello, world. Hello, everyone. My name is Henry Davis. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a Black Donald Trump supporter. And I would just like to give a special message directly to my president of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, on the way he is handling the Omarosa situation. Dear Mr. President, with all due respect, we in the Black urban community understand the situation with Omarosa. We understand that you feel mistreated. We understand that you feel like she stabbed you in the back. We also understand where your relationship and her relationship began, how it transpired, and we're now seeing the end results of it. We also understand that Omarosa is in survival mode. She has to eat. She has to live. And she also deserves the right, despite being dismissed from the administration, she has the right to make a living. But Mr. President, you made a remark, in other words, a tweet stake, like a mistake. You made a tweet stake this time in calling Omarosa a dog. Now, I have researched some of your past pre-presidential tweets where you have referred to other people as dogs in a dog-like manner. One thing you have to understand, Mr. President, is that we in the urban community don't look at dogs the same way as other cultures do. The white community has a special love for dogs. The Asian community eats them. The Muslim community considers them dirty. We in the Black community, we love our dogs, but we just don't have that connection with them as other cultures do. And in saying that, Mr. President, it is a terrible and horrible insult to call a Black woman, or any woman for that matter, a dog. I'd have preferred if you just called her a conniving bitch. But to call her a dog makes a person wonder just exactly what did the dog do. I say this, Mr. President, because we in the urban community are anxiously awaiting you to fulfill your campaign promise on revitalizing our communities. Some of us Black Donald Trump supporters are holding on by a thin thread in supporting you. This particular move, Mr. President, is not a good look. It's not a good look, Mr. President. And me being an African American, a Black American, and a Donald Trump supporter cannot just stand by and ignore the fact that despite a woman walking around with your severed head, despite a woman threatening to blow up the entire White House, despite numerous name calling and attacks on your character and your family and on your whole administration from white women, not one time have you referred to any of them as dogs. But this is fixable, Mr. President. There's two things that I am asking you to personally do. Number one, get in front of the camera. Acknowledge that this is a term that you've used in the past, but also acknowledge that you wasn't aware of the severity and the wound, the internal wound that you have created in the black community. And also, number 2, get on an airplane. Come into the black community, just like you did before you were elected. Come and see about us and start pointing. Start pointing to things that need revitalizing, vacant buildings, the homeless situation, the crime situation. Come and see firsthand why we are supporting you and desperately waiting on you to fulfill your campaign promise. But in the meantime, Mr. President, please refrain from using the term dog when you refer to a woman in particular in the black community. We black men don't even call our women dogs. It's just not acceptable. Because in the black community, when you see a female dog walking the street, most of the time that dog is followed by male dogs. And every now and then, the male dogs take turns in engaging in sexual acts and different things to use that female dog. I hope I am getting this through to you, Mr. President. It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable, but it's fixable. May God bless you. May God keep you. And we in the black community are waiting for you to come and see about us. God bless America.